Guess I'm back. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Maybe, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I feel weird right now. Um, I did get my hair braided. It's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. We'll try it one more time. I don't like that I can't wash it, but like I said, I think at some point we're gonna have to go back to simple life, and so I might as well try and start now. I don't know. I don't know the answers to anything, really. Or maybe I do. I'm not really confused. I got a feeling I don't want to talk about what I got to talk about today for myself. So I guess I got one more day of this because that's kind of what I set out and told myself I'm going to do. I'm going to talk for 7 days. The other day when I was like, oh, I need to do it for 7 days straight. And then I can kind of go conquer the world again. And just whatever. I gave myself 7 days to reset. Get all this crap out that I have been storing up for 35 years. And then just go back and work, I guess. I don't know. I want to. I want to just, man, I really just want to help people. But man, like, I just want people to be happy and be better. Be happy. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing anything or not, to be honest with you. I don't know if this helps people and it's gonna help people in the future or not. I don't know. I hope, man. I hope. That's a lot of why I'm doing it. I mean, it's not pointless though. If it helps one person, I guess it's worth it. It helped me. It's helping me understand that if you just keep going and brushing everything under the rug, like you're gonna wake up one day and not be happy. Um, you got to face that giant that you created. You got to face the stack of problems you hid and ran away from. Well, that's a lot of what that. This is a lot of what I'm doing. It's facing what I created, and then shaping it and destroying it, and overcoming it. And then I'll leave it in the dust, you know, and I'll be able to just use the knowledge from here on out, just to be a better me, one full of love and not full of anger and fear. I'm not really afraid of anything right now per se, other than like I said, my old self just holding on to me. I'm trying to break those chains, that last chain, you know. I'm trying to make it. I don't have a settling torch, so I'm sitting there sawing it with a handsaw, and it's taking a little bit of time. You can holler at me later, bruh. Um, I don't know if this thing is still recording. Maybe. Yeah, it is. But I don't know, man. I just feel weird right now. A lot of, kind of a lot. Well, throughout the last couple months, not really, but last couple weeks, I even questioned if what I was doing was right. If because the whole time, like even like when I started trying to work on myself, the whole time, you know, I still focused a lot on other people, and like I understood that like if I'm having these struggles by myself and no one asked me for help, or no one helped me, no one asked me if I was okay really, or even if they did, maybe they didn't really push it, or I felt like it was like they really didn't care, or they didn't have time. Um, and that's why I'm so adamant about, in the present moment, like I'll give you all the time until it's time for us to part. Like I try to make a freaking habit of staying as long as possible and giving people the opportunity to talk or ask or whatever. Um, because I know it's hard. It's hard to ask for help. It's almost impossible for me. Um, and then really now when I look at it, it's like, well, what are they gonna do? You know, like what can you do to help other than to inspire and just live your best life? And then, like I said, and then maybe they're ask, how did you do it, or what did you do, or but I gotta get happy first, which I am. Um, but I've even had things come up like, why do you even care, Cody? Like, why are you wasting your time with people? Because they're not gonna change. Because it took a lot for me to change. It took so much. It took all of me. But I think that's just it's not the right way to look at it. I guess if um, I know the right answer is yes. Everyone's worth it. It's worth using my pain and experience, and then for me facing it again twice. That's a lot of what this is. Really, like a lot of what this is, and I'm laughing and I'm exaggerating, and this is for entertainment purposes only. Is me like reliving stories, um, and choosing kind of like the outcome now and how I feel about it. And if I felt remorse, like forgiving myself in the moment after the story, and understanding like that was a lesson, and I can move on now. I know I made a mistake. I worked through the mistake. Um, I can't, all I can do is ask for forgiveness for myself. Honestly, that's one thing that I learned about for asking for forgiveness or forgiving someone. Like that's ultimately just for you, so you feel okay about it, and it's not gloomed over your head. Because who knows if the other person's ever gonna accept it. I remember a couple months ago, I watched so much stuff, and they were like, um, you need to write down and forgive anyone that did you wrong, or that you feel that did you wrong. So what I did was I wrote all that down, like each person, and then I kind of did a big one, just, and then I also forgave myself as well for stupid stuff, and I wrote it all down because ultimately, like in that time of my life, which was a couple months ago, I honestly don't remember. I think it was before January, probably in December. Um, when I really started to believe in unconditional love, and then when I unconditionally started to love myself, and then I got that compassion for myself, I had to forgive myself because, like I said, I acted the way I acted based on my experiences and my trauma and whatever. Like, that's not an excuse, but it was perfect. All those acts were perfect, I guess, in what they did. They had repercussions that suck, but I can't do anything about it. So I ultimately, I sat down and wrote down however many pages for the people specific people, and then I did a blanketed one. And that made a lot of things cool. And maybe that's why I can talk about the stuff the way I do now, and I can live in the moment in the couple minutes that I speak about the story, and then I reshape them in my brain. I may not reshape them through my talk, but I know when I listen to it again, I know I've already reshaped it. and I've forgiven myself for each individual one, and move on, because I can't dwell in the past. I can't, freeze time, because if I freeze time, I'm going to get stuck until it thaws back out, and then it pushes my timeline up, and I don't know how much time I have. Um, People say you got all the time in the world. Well, you got all the time in your world, and you don't know how long that world will last. So that's kind of what, I did, and it was super good for me. And it really helped me forget about a lot of stuff, because I was going through a lot of stuff. I had to walk away from people, and I felt bad because, like, I always feel like I'm leaving someone, or I never want to leave anyone, really. I never want to let anyone down. Um, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Like it makes zero sense to stay, because it's ultimately bad for you. Like, and then you get depressed or whatever. So it's kind of what I did. I got, I can picture what I wrote down now. Um, Whatever. And you don't have to send them to anybody. You just write down what you want, you forgive people for, and then you write down, forgiving yourself for whatever. And some people burn it. I didn't burn mine. I still have them just in case I need them. Like, I didn't send them to nobody. Or maybe I just sent one to somebody, but that was a little different. Um, and maybe one day I'll get to read it to them, which is what I would like to do. I don't know if I could do it, or I could, maybe let them read it and me just be there. That would be cool. But yeah, ultimately, like, I had to forgive myself for everything. Otherwise, it was just gonna doom and gloom me forever. I mean, I'm only human. I make mistakes. I made a lot of them, and I'm still making them now today. They're just lessened, I guess. They're not intentional. Definitely not intentional now. But a lot of them are maybe just me not understanding things yet. How to deal with people better. On the emotional side, like. But I'm working through it. I'm just trying to get better and better and better. And not intentionally do anything. I'm not intentionally, trying to make people feel bad or whatever. I think they're not enough, or that's why I try and give people my time. Um, but whatever. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. My truck's still a mess. I'm gonna try and clean it out today. I'm actually pretty tired again. I don't know why. Um, Talking makes me so tired. I didn't even talk. I only talked a little bit this morning. I'm assuming this one's gonna be long. Um, and there's a lot of points that I kind of don't want to go into. I'm kind of not so much. I'm just kind of worried about it. Where this will go, because I feel like the last step for me is gonna be me and Hoss creating a new world together. Um, and I don't know. La- last time I, the last times that I've done it, I don't remember. I know I remember that he did it and he did what he had to do, but I don't remember what it feels like. And now that I'm using a logical brain, like I'm using this adult brain now, and I'm in the moment so much, like, man, I don't know what it's gonna be, because all it's gonna be is me literally deciding and then leaving what I need in the past, and never ever looking back at it again. Um, and to me now, like I talked about it a couple days ago, and I kind of had no emotion in it. But now it's like, man, it sucks. So I'm gonna have to leave people behind. Um, I don't want to leave anyone behind, but I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. And over the last couple weeks, like things pop up, and I don't know what it is. It just says you can't take them with you. You can't take them with you. And I get it, and that's why I've had the thought, like, is this even worth it? What I'm doing? And it is. It is. Yeah, it has. It is. I don't have a choice. Um, I don't know where I'm going. I honestly don't know where I'm going. I don't know where my world's gonna take me. Um, I know I'm gonna be happy. I know that much. Um, I know there's gonna be a lot of new people. There's gonna be a lot of like-minded individuals. Um, It'll be cool. It'll be peaceful, I guess. I have joy. Won't have to worry about a lot of stuff. I can see there'll be a lot of challenges, but I won't be alone anymore. I'll have people there with me that will help me through the challenges. Be a lot of new knowledge. But it's scary because I mean I gotta walk away from everything, and they'll be fine. But it's sad to me because it's gonna be real, and I don't like that. Um, so I guess I liked being in my imagination, creating stories, and it's comfortable. It's what I know. It's the norm, and even if I don't like the norm, technically, like I mean it's easy ish. Like I know what to do. I don't know. Maybe this will be short. I don't know. Um, I don't know if somber is a word, like a somber tone. That's kind of, I don't know, I don't even know what it means, but that's the only word that comes up to my feelings right now. I'll have to look that up. Somber. But I would just assume that, whatever, it's for the better. And I think, whatever, I mean, people will know I tried my best to bring them with me. Um, Wherever it is that I may go, or whatever it is that I may do. But I mean, ultimately, I want to change so much. I want to fix so many problems. Um, and I can't do that in this world. I got to go to a new one. That sucks, kinda. It's double. It's both. It's like you're happy about it because you know you're gonna actually make a change, right? But at the same time, it's like, man, I wish they could come. I wish everyone could come. I'd carry you if I could. I'd stay and let you go if I could. I don't know how to do that though. Um, I don't know. I don't know what was going on because that's just the feeling I have. I don't know how it's gonna play out. I really don't. It's not even in my control. Um, and I know I feel weird. I feel lazy. Um, but not really. That's what I'm saying. It's like, man, people don't really understand. This is just a different form of work that I'm going through right now, and this one's actually hard. Um, the other stuff, as physical as it is, it's not physical at all. It's easy. It's simple. Like all that other stuff is so simple. Especially if you have a healthy body, it's simple. Feed yourself the right food, it's simple. You just, whatever. You may be a little tired at night, but that's what rest is for. You go to sleep, you wake up, take some glutamine if you got some sore muscles or something, you're good to go. But this is different. That's what I said. I keep talking about like rest. Rest. How do you rest when it's like emotional stuff? I don't know. I know how to rest my body, but I don't know how to rest my mind. Um, I don't know, but like I said, I got one more day of this talking, and then I'm gonna um start smashing stuff, getting stuff done, making myself do what I have to do, no matter how bad it is, in my mind. Um, but I had to take this time. I had to. I had no choice, and I have no choice to make it till tomorrow too. Um, I just have to. I don't have a choice. If I don't finish tomorrow, I might as well quit. So that's the plan. That's the goal. One more day of me time. Um, one more day of talking. One more day of figuring it out. And then get back to the grind. And that may be the whole point of all of this. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to reshape that world and deem things not pointless anymore, and understand what I got to do, and who I'm gonna be as a man, and really start making a change. Because like as far as my work goes, like floodgates are open, bro. I got so much, so much. Plus a lot of it, like a lot is crazy. Like I don't, I get up early now. It doesn't even matter what time I go to bed. Like I wake up early. I'm not even like physically tired. Just mentally drained. And then, so I can just blast it. And I think that's it. I think it's a lot of it. Is I just got to get through one more day of talking, getting out as much as possible, facing as much as possible, understanding as much as possible about who I am, and who I was, at least, and then who I am now, who I want to be, and make that happen. Um, and it may look like a decision dropped, made at a drop of a dime, but it won't. It's not. It's a combination of 35 years of information, thinking about it for 35 years probably, and then getting to a tipping point, and then saying, this is it. From this point on, I'm this. Maybe change my name. I thought about changing my name for a while. Um, I don't know what it will be. And that's weird. I don't. That sounds childish and stuff, but I don't know. I mean, God did it. The people in the Bible. I thought about it probably a year ago, honestly. And I was kind of joking, but honestly I wasn't joking about it. I really wasn't joking when I said I'm going to change my name. And a lot of that has to do with it has to do with a lot of things. It has to do with I'm my own man. I don't have blood with anyone here. I've never had blood with anyone here. Um, I never understood blood stuff, like families and all that. Like that just never made sense to me because I never had it. And I know, like, in the future I'll have kids, and then that will be my blood. That will be my genetics, and I think I don't want um and I'm not upset about like my name and all that, but that's not me, man. I'm different. I've always been my own person, and I'm gonna be my own person forever. So I think man, and people are probably not gonna like this, and people probably won't understand it. But it's not for them; it's for me. Um, like, this is my lineage. This is what I'm leaving the world. Mine. And yeah, that sounds selfish. Um, but to me, it does. I mean, from day one, like I didn't have my mother's name, and I don't have no idea who my genetic father was, biological father was. Like, it doesn't matter. None of that stuff really matters, and it never will really for me. I kind of had like little hopes, but even in my head, I never wanted. Like, I don't care now. Like, I don't want to be buddies. Like, we're never gonna be. Like, even if I met them, like, that's not gonna change the way I see it. I mean, we're not gonna. I don't have time to try and relive 35 years. Like, no, I don't have time for that. I'll have time to start a new relationship with somebody and create a family, because that's my priority. That would be one of my priorities, and I'm willing to give them all the time. But I'm not willing to go back and give somebody time that whatever. We're still gonna have a bond, I guess, genetic bond, but that means nothing really to me now. I just need to make sure and don't do that to my kids. I abandon them and leave them behind, or whatever. And it's not even abandonment. I mean, I looked at it as that, but it wasn't. Like, that's a hard decision for a mother to give up a kid, and then to she's giving them a better life because she knows she can't do it. That sucks. That's rough. That's worse for her than it was for me, because she had the memory from day one until now, and until it's over for her. She has to live with not having that bond and not having that being with that person. I don't, technically, and I didn't, because I hid it under the rug, and I didn't have the real feelings. Like, I couldn't feel them because babies are crazy and they protect themselves and they erase stuff and hide stuff, so you don't have to feel it, so you can survive. It's cool. And so, but I think I'm gonna change my name. I gotta look into the process of all that crap. I don't know how it works. But I think, yeah, I don't know what name it will be yet. I'll wait for inspiration or whatever and do that. But I mean, honestly, if I want to be a new creation or whatever, a new something, I think I need to change it all. I can't change my physical attributes. I've gotten healthier. I've lost weight. I'm feeling good. But I don't. I think I gotta leave that name behind because that name is attached to old me, and what I'm bringing forth is a new me. Maybe my name should be a new me. I don't know. We'll see. It kind of sounds crazy, but not really to me. Like I said, I thought about this a while ago, and I kind of was joking, but now it makes sense. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll just call myself something different and keep the old name. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know where this road's gonna lead me, man. But I have high hopes. I really don't want to be building. To be honest with you, I know I may have to do it for a little bit longer, just because I have all this work and it's free money, really. Um, we'll see. Hopefully, I don't have to do it. To be honest with you, I may try and paint today. I haven't painted actually in a couple days. I've just been so tired and busy. Man, I've been so busy. Um, but I may try and paint today a little, a couple. Um, because I've actually given away a lot of paintings, and I kind of need to restock up a little bit on those. Um, Plus, maybe it will help me like blank out a little bit from all this, because this is overwhelming. It's like overwhelming and then overwhelming and then overwhelming. That's just been my life for the last who knows. Overwhelming, overwhelming, overwhelming. Um, but I'm getting close, man. I got one more day of these talks, and then I'll be ready to go blast out a job and then finish it real quick, and then be able to really breathe actually. And then all the rest of the stuff is really easy. Um, it's gonna be time, but it will be easy to get through. And I've met a couple people along the way. I may call up and say, "Come on, let's go, boy. Let's go to work." And then maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's draft these people in and work with them for a little bit. I know I got something beginning of the summer that's supposed to happen too, possibly a good option. It's more like a teaching thing, kind of, sort of, or to an ultimate goal. But I you know, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'd like to do the life coach thing, maybe. Um, Man, I just want to help people. Um, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I could be gone next week and not even be in Tennessee anymore. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It could happen that quick, I guess. It's a high possibility. Um, I've had intuition for a while that I'm going to move anyways. I don't know if I'm just moving out of where I live, or if I'm moving like states. Um, I'm kind of leaning towards more moving states, kind of what I feel. But I don't know. I'm just kind of winging it, man. I'll just riding the wave, riding the wave and see what happens. Cause so much has changed, it just in me, let alone like now. The only thing that needs to change is the stuff that's in this matrix, in this world, for me, and it's coming. I was watching some stuff, and a lot of times they say like your body changes last, or first, because that's the easier change. The harder change and the one that takes longer is the mental change. And my body's already changed. I mean, I'm probably like 175 now. Feeling pretty good, looking good, I guess. And now that my mental health is changing for the better, I'm understanding like what's really important and then what's not. Um, I guess they're catching up to each other. And I guess this may be a way of me trashing stuff like out of my hard drive. Really, because I'm kind of taking the experiences, I'm reliving them, I'm changing them to gratitude, making them happy. And I think gratitude, man, just probably doesn't take much space. And it's true. Like the reason why I think lying sucks is because, man, it's so exhausting. I guess I don't know. I try not to lie. But the concept, like that's a bunch of information. So now you got to know the truth, and then you got to know the story forever, and you can never you always got to remember. So now you got to remember two things because you remember what the truth was, but then because that's how it happened, and then you got to remember the lie that you made up, and then who you told that lie to, and who you reshaped it to another person to, and so on and so on, depending on what outcome you were trying to get with that lie. That's a lot. Me, I'm just overwhelmed. I'm just saying I'm overwhelmed, dude. Like, give me a second, bro, please. Please. I feel so bad, but it's like, man, I can't, I just can't do it yet. It sucks. I feel bad. I feel so bad about it, but, I had no choice. And I thought I could. Like, that's the point, is like, I thought I could do it. I thought I was healthy. I thought I could do it. And I was excited, and now it's just like, man, I can't. But but it's not much. I got a couple days, and I can finish it up real quick. Like I said, draft a couple people, teach them a little bit. They help me, I help them, and we can look at the future different together. That's one thing I learned. I mean, I made it here to where I'm at, doing things by myself, and it got me nowhere. It got me a lot of skill. It got me a lot of knowledge. Um, but you don't have enough time to implement that stuff. And yeah, like if I would have knew my worth, that may have been different, but not, whatever. Not much. Because this is a whole transformation, dude. This is a transformation of everything. Everything. The way I look at life, the way I do life, what's important, how to manage my time, how to manage my energy. It's a lot. Um, but it seems cool. Like, I'm excited about it. I'm actually really excited about it. Um, Super excited. Really. Because like once I walk out that door of my past and shut it, I mean, it's done. And it's everything from that point on is new, with a backpack just full of information, with a backpack of what I failed at, with a backpack of all the lessons that I need forward. Um, and that's gonna be fire. Like, just to know, like, I don't need to do that. Or this person doesn't have my best interest at heart. Like, this is not a win-win for us. So I probably shouldn't do it. Like, I'm not losing anything. I'm actually gaining time, because if I did this with this person, like, I'm gonna lose time because it's not gonna work out. And instead, I'll just be like, well, thank you for the offer. It doesn't look good for me. I'm whatever. I don't appreciate it. We'll see you later, buddy. Like, you got to find somebody else, and that would be cool. It'd be cool to be that confident too, and then to understand and to be able to forecast. Um, that would be fire. Like, that would be cool, because then you're not wasting any time, and then you don't even really, you don't get any ill will towards people because you never had time to create resentment. Like, if you didn't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. And so then we can still have a good relationship. Maybe another opportunity later on comes by and it's a win-win for both, and then we can face it then. And that's cool, because then, whatever. And vice versa. Maybe I have an opportunity and I meet somebody and they don't think it's a win-win, and no hard feelings, and we go on. And then maybe I have a better opportunity later. Will they win more too? And we can be partners or whatever. Um, you know, but it's not like good or bad. It's just understanding your time and understanding that exchange rate. And me ultimately just getting to a point where I can just help um, help the world as much as I can in a meaningful way. Um, I think sometimes that will be money, but I think for the most part, money solves no problems, really, because the real problems aren't money. The real problems are like inside of each individual person. I get it. I mean, I've lived a life. Well, money would have solved some of our problems, but we still would have been broken inside. I mean, yeah, maybe physically we wouldn't have been, you wouldn't have been hungry, or you wouldn't have been cold that night, but you would have had lights. But that would have solved nothing mentally, because the problem would still be there. So that's kind of the whole point of all of this. It's like, money is cool. Money is an energy. It's just an exchange of energy, but that's not solving anything. So I mean, it's a tool, and it's a tool to build things, to build systems, to build help, to build knowledge so people can fix themselves, or build books so that great minds can come together and then create things to help people overcome themselves, and not have to spend all the time 7 days talking to themselves. Maybe they only have to spend one, or they can spend a couple hours a night, and we can outline it in a book of maybe this will help you if you take the time. Maybe where we can just program a lot of stuff out of us. That'd be cool. Like, if you could, like I said, the affirmation stuff is kind of cool. I think that idea is fire, actually. With me looking at that stuff kind of online. But like I said, if we could, all you need really is just a tape recorder, and if you had a book in front of you with like blanks, and just but it would tell you to fill it in, kind of like old Mad Libs or something. And then you just record yourself talking, and then you listen to that every night before you go to bed. And then that's what's crazy is, like, so if you 10 minutes before you go to bed, like, whatever you think on, like, you are preparing to dream through that. So when you fall asleep, like, that's what you're going to think about all night long. So you're giving yourself time to think on that all night long when you're sleeping. And so you're ultimately programming yourself for that. And your subconscious like I said, your subconscious doesn't understand what's real and fake. What's tangible and what's not tangible. You know? And then you'll be filling your time with something useful instead of filling your time with, imaginations from other people. I mean, I get it. It's kind of double-sided. I'm saying, like, we're going to create something for you, but you're going to fill it out. But if you want to do it, but ultimately it's you talking, right? So you got to justify spending your time to get better. And you know what's in it, so no one's trying to hoodwink you. And to me, that's kind of like you know, a fix you and heal you and then never see you again type of thing for me. Because I can't be there forever. You can't expect someone to help you forever. you know, you got to do it on your own. That's a lot of all of this is you have to do it on your own. However, like that's what mentors are for. They're there to inspire you, lift you up, show you how they did it, so you can look at the information and kind of tweak it for yourself, and then become successful as well. Which I've never really had a mentor other than whatever I would watch on YouTube. Like I would consider them mentors. I probably need a physical mentor. I thought at some point I did, and I may still find one. I hope I kind of do. There's so many great minds out there. I would love to just be able to shadow somebody and just kind of see what they did and how they did it, and take all that information and reshape it and use it the best for me. And then maybe I can be a mentor. I always thought like I would create something like a non-profit-ish type thing. I don't know how it would work for non-profit, but maybe where like I built some landscaping crews. But what I would do was like I would get the kids from like that kind of got in trouble in the juvenile justice system and could teach them a skill. Like you go cut grass. Maybe we go cut you know widows and older people's homes for free. Um, or something, or maybe whatever, however we work it out, and pay the kids some money, good money, decent money, to let them know that understand like that they are worth something. Yeah, it's not going to be crack money. It's not going to be 10K a week money, but it's going to be an honest job. You gain confidence and skill, and you know you maybe take pride in yourself, and maybe we can go from there. Or maybe we just have like a landscaping company, and then one of the crews is that. And then like as the kids get older, we could teach them leadership skills, and then we could put them up on their own crew, and they could take responsibility and leadership. And like I said, all my businesses that I want to build, I ultimately don't want anything to do with them. At some point, I want to transfer the power over to the people, let them take pride, let them grow it. And I'll take just a percentage, like I said, for a giving budget ultimately. And then fill needs when needs need to be met. In the areas close by. Not, shipping it all overseas. Like you need to, lift people up and build your community, make your community stronger, and then at some point, when your whole community is good, then you can focus your time and efforts to other places. So you can get max potential. Everything's about max potential, honestly. Everything. Build up around you and then make sure everyone's good. And then you can spread the love to further areas. And then, like, I'm picturing a map right now of how that works. Like if you had communities, spread out, and you did that in every community, and then you got max potential in every community, in a short amount of time, all those bubbles would overlap, right? And then, because then it would be close. And then so when you got the max potential there, then you could really like take all the giving budgets in each one of those communities and put them together, and then you could go do that somewhere else too, and then do the same thing, and then that covers the whole earth quick, bro. 2 weeks to knock the curb or the whatever. The only difference, like it would be the same thing, kind of, sort of like that. It would spread like that quick. Love would spread so quick. It spread like a pandemic. It would be a pandemic of love. It'd be easy, bro. And they couldn't stop this one, and it's not harmful. A pandemic of love. That's fire. That's cool. That's worth it. That's worth all of it. And a year ago I'd have been like, that's stupid. Like 0 cents. But now it's like the only cents that matter. A pandemic of love. A pandemic of caring and sharing. That's cool, man. It's weird. I think about the prison system now and rehabilitate. Like they ain't rehabilitating nobody, man. And then when they get out, dude, life is so hard because they've been programmed. Um, I mean, you you're being demoralized. Like you're living in a room with 50, 100 other guys or another dude. You can't choose when you eat. You can't choose what you eat. You can't. You get paid cents to pick up cigarettes. You got to barter. It's shady in there. Every man for themselves. Survival of the fittest. I don't know. I ain't never been. Um, you get brainwashed. You get, like you only have a little bit of space that you can take care of. You probably get OCD. Super protective of what you got. Um, you get in crazy routines that are unhealthy to try and fill the time. Like a lot of people work out, but they work out too much because there's nothing else to do. And then when they get out, like, if they don't work out, that's what's weird is, you always think of like young girls that have body image problems, man. Wait, we need to look into the prison system. Especially the people that get out, like they have major body issues, image problems, because they worked out so hard and then, that was kind of their worth in prison because you don't have much to, you're not worth anything in prison really, except what you can do for other people. And then I guess your body, you're working out and you get bigger, and then you think, so you spend so much time in it, all your time, that or a skill or something, whatever. But it just engulfs you, and I guess that's where that balance comes in again. When you're doing things to the extreme, just something rules you, and whatever that extreme is, like that rules you. You gotta back up and get balanced again, and that's me. That's what this 7-day period is for me to live that other extreme, so I can roll back into balance, roll right back into it finally, and understand it now. I can understand it. I can understand that I can't talk all day, every day. It's not practical. Because you need tools, you need money to survive. You got bills to pay. Like you can't not go to work. you know. It's funny. I think that I did, but at some point you got to make money. I guess you got to go back to real life. But now I can do it in a better way because I have the knowledge to do it. And that's the only way I can learn. I don't know because I've never seen any. I don't know. I don't have a mentor. And I've never. I don't know. I've never seen the way. So I had to live the way. So I can make. So I could justify everything that I'm fixing to do, and know how to do it right. And it's not going to be easy. But that's where Hoss comes in, and he's gonna help me change that real quick. He's going to help me change my world. He's going to create a new world instantly with new parameters. And then I'll know why I'm doing what I'm doing and how to do it. And easier said than done, I guess. But I just really don't have a choice at this point. And actually, probably the first week will probably be a jump back to the other extreme of working really, really hard. Not really hard, but yeah, we're just working a lot, and just to catch up, play catch up, and then I can breathe, breathe, and be good again. But we'll see. We will see. I don't know, man. It's crazy. But the world can change it in a second too. So we'll see. But this has probably been the best thing for me in my whole life. Just to focus on myself. Listen to myself, literally for once. I know this is for entertainment purposes, but if anyone's to take anything out of anything that I said, is like, sit in your vehicle, record yourself talking about whatever's on your mind, and listen to it. You know the answers. You're your best teacher. You know you. You know what makes you laugh. You know what makes you cry. You know? Just listen to yourself. You know you want to be loved for real. You know you want to be seen. You know you want to be happy. And just talk yourself through it. It won't be easy, but at least you'll know. Like I said, and the unknowing is what causes fear. The unknowing. Because then you create stories in your head. And I think all of us do it. I think everybody does it. Whether you can only think about one thought at one time, or you think like me with multiple thoughts at a time. And you're creating multiple stories on multiple screens. Find out what you want to do. Find out the responsibilities that you have. And if you got a significant other, like, freaking talk to each other. Be real. Put everything on the table. Because we don't know how much time we have. And we do definitely at least owe ourselves to be happy, and then, owe our significant others at least to be truthful to what we really feel. So they're not in their head too, and you're not in your head, and you guys don't even know what's going on. One of you could feel neglected and need help and just need a hug, and the other one's like thinks you don't love them because you're distant. But ultimately you just want them to hold you, but you're distant and you don't know how to ask. It doesn't matter how old you are. I mean, that's all of us want to just be loved, dude. Because a lot of us didn't get it. A lot of things happen in our lives, and it messed us up. It's trauma. And we still never dealt with it. That's what a lot of this was for me, is dealing with the past. And seeing it again. Facing it one last time. And then understanding that it's okay. I'm healed now. It's okay. I made it. And I choose to be happy now. Instead of dwell on the past. And it's gonna take a lot. It takes a lot to do. Like, you gotta change a lot of stuff, and you gotta be real with yourself. and it's gonna be embarrassing. But it's not as embarrassing as like me putting it up on the internet, bro, for everyone to see. That's why I did it. So you don't have to be embarrassed. You can just deal with it with your significant other, or by yourself, or with your parents or grandparents or whatever. You don't have to show the world what's going on inside of you. That may be an easier way for y'all to do it, but it wasn't easier for me. This is the easier way for me. But but I didn't think anyone was there to help me through it either. I don't know of anyone who would ultimately have the time, because it was a lot. It was a lot. I don't know. It was a lot for me just to handle myself. let alone like I don't know who would have the time. Who would make the time? Who could make the time? I'm sure a lot of people would love to make the time, but they can't. They got responsibilities and stuff, and they can't do it. And they have their own stuff to deal with. So this is just ultimately a way for me to do what I need to do for myself, and then maybe just let people know like you're not alone. I feel like you feel. And honestly, everyone feels this way, probably at some point. And maybe I have like a dark cloud over the whole world because I'm assuming a lot of things that a lot of people have this problem. But maybe not, man. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. It's not everyone. I pray it's not everyone. But I understand life and the rules of the world, and it's rough. It's tough. And there's tragedies everywhere. And it's weird and it's crazy. People lose their jobs, and pandemics happen, and they shut down, and they forced you to change your routines, and we don't know how to separate work life and home life now that a lot of people are working from home. People get stir crazy, and it's a lot. It's been a weird couple years, man. But I think it was overall good. I mean, it was kind of like a catalyst for ultimate change. And a lot of people, and like I said, the millennials quitting their jobs, understanding that they don't want to sit in a 9 to 5 anymore. And that's fine. Because we're all different. Like some people are capable of a 9 to 5, some people hate it, some people love it, some people entrepreneurs, some people like to work at night, some people like, do better in the day. Some people are early risers, some people are not, but all that stuff can be changed. Now I'm seeing this. Now that I'm doing the changing in me, it's not really easy, but a lot of times, like you fix one problem and it changes a lot of other things. You change the way you look. Like you work out, you start eating healthy, like that's going to change your sleep habits. Going to change a lot of things. You have a routine. You're using a certain amount of energy for this. You're less focused on other things. So I mean, really, you just change one thing and then kind of see what happens, and then maybe grab another thing and change it, and multiple things will be changing at once ultimately. And then just find, and then become the best person you can every day. Just try and be better, a little bit better. Because I've changed a lot in the last couple months, but the last 7 days was definitely more change in the last 7 days than over the last 10 months, 11 months, 12 months, a year, whatever. A lot. I'm really starting to understand like who I am, the decisions I've made, why I've made them, what I want, what I don't want, what I'm going to spend my time on, what I'm not going to spend my time on. Like what I need to do to be successful, and what I can't do to not be successful is just sit here and talk in my truck. I get my mind successful, but then you miss out on, your work life. And really, I mean, I haven't worked much in the last since my mom passed. I've been pretty lazy. Um, Ultimately, just lost all drive. And I kind of knew that this moment was coming. Um, but like I said, it all worked out in the end, and I'm okay. I'm okay with it. It's weird. Plus, it just gave me so many new perspectives on everything. Um, so many, and then just by meeting new people too, and being open to it, and being open to love people, and being open to live in the moment and learn as much information as I can, and to just feel loved by other people and welcomed and accepted for whoever I am. Like, um, like I made race a big deal, and it's nothing. No one cares. But we program ourselves on TV. It's always this and that, or they're different, or but I've not lived in that world. Like, really, like, it's not. That world doesn't exist here, unless you make it exist. And I did. I made it exist. There's no one to blame but me. I just didn't know any better. No one. I never really saw it in any different. And that was on my. That was on me. That was on me. But now looking back at my life, like me talking through everything, like it didn't. It only happened a couple times. And that wasn't me. It had nothing to do with me. It was the other person. And they had the same glasses on that I had, and it's probably because I projected it. Or maybe it was just the situation at the time, and maybe when we were younger it was more of an issue, and now it's not. Um, so we'll see. I don't know. I'm super excited about it. I'm actually super excited about my body right now because I really haven't worked out at all, and that's fire. Because now really, all I gotta do is start working out a little bit, and I'll be solid, literally. Literally solid, and which is good because like if you feel good and you think you look good, like I mean that's builds your confidence. You become more confident. You feel strong, and that's cool. You got to do things to make you feel good. Like I gotta, that's what I'm saying. I would like to get out of getting dirty. Um, like I said, that may not make sense for anyone else. But like I used to just run around, but like I always dress like I'm homeless, and like me saying that, then it kind of my subconscious doesn't understand, and then it kind of makes me feel less than, right? But I'm putting that idea. No one else cares, because a lot of people they're like, well, it just means that you work hard, so it's just a perception. But I would always be like, I look like I'm homeless, But like, because I remember going to clubs and stuff like, and like it didn't matter. I'd get out there and dance, after I got some some you know some liquid courage or whatever, and have fun, and then the girls would be all around me or whatever, and I'm dirty. They don't even like it didn't matter. It mattered to me, but not when I had liquid courage. But like it mattered in my day to day when I felt less than. But I created that less than because I knew I was dirty because I was doing stuff, whatever. But that it makes zero sense. I created that world. Now I'm changing it. And now I'm kind of like a little behind um, in success. But that's nothing. You know, dude, I could change that in a year. I can change that in 2 months. Like, that's what's funny. I have been saying, like, from rags to riches. Rags to riches, like, easy. So easy. So it's so easy. But then again, it's like I said, if you want something, go get it. But you gotta want it. And you're gonna have to sacrifice time for it. I don't really want riches. But I definitely would like to wear some clothes that ain't, and not have to worry about getting dirty. Well, I look good all day long. I didn't have to worry about ruining a nice pair of pants or a nice pair of brand new shoes or shirt. In the grand scheme of things, like it kind of seems pitiful, but it's all on me. Like it's not. I created it, and I'm blue collar to the core, and I'm probably always gonna be blue collar. I'm always gonna have those skills and those traits, and then those are freaking fire traits. Like and then maybe now it's time for me to learn the other world. Um, and then I have both. Like I said, I wore my tool belt for 35 years, and now I'm not gonna wear it anymore. I'm gonna, I won't have to. I can move to the next level, but yet I still have all the knowledge that I need. I know how long it's gonna take. I know what this is gonna be. Like I know, and that'll be cool. That'll be cool. And like I said, everything correlates with each other. You know, like in some way, if you can bridge the gap with your brain, and then you really not even have to learn much. Because you can look at this and say, well, this is just like this. It's just a different thing, and you can transfer all that knowledge over to something else. Super quick. And that would be cool. And I've been doing that kind of now, anyways, with some stuff over the last couple months. Really, really networking with people as well. Just being myself with them and planting a bunch of seeds, to be honest with you. But real, true, authentic seeds, but with only good intentions. And ultimately, like just seeing people's skills, knowing that one day I may be able to collaborate and bring people together, um, especially to help. Like you got a skill, you got a skill, you got a skill. Like, come join my team. Um, I can use you. We're gonna go help the world, and that's cool. And then because like I said, everyone wants to. Ultimately, a lot of people that I'm meeting, man, they just want to help people, too. But they have real life responsibilities, and we got to figure out a way, like we can use everyone's strengths together. And we all can be successful together, and we all can help people together. I kind of wish that happened like in 2 days, but I doubt it. I wish it would happen like at a drop of a dime. I wish. I hope. I hope I stop saying I wish, but I hope it would be like that. Would be cool, man. It'd be fire. But we'll see. We'll see in the future. We'll see. Oh, it's weird. Like I'm just watching these like these healthy chains pop up everywhere, where like people are starting to like really focus on like what they're putting in their body, and trying to be healthy and lose a lot of weight. Really, I think a major problem we have is just being overweight. That causes so much problems, and I didn't understand it until I really lost weight, and then dude, I was like, man, this is ridiculous. I can do anything now. I really didn't know like how much extra weight like you have, and like how much harder it is just to walk. And I've been in the construction whatever my whole life, and yeah, just losing weight like it's stupid now. It'll be fun to have some 18-year-old kids try to hang with me. I doubt it now, but we'll see. Cause I was, when I was younger, like I could go forever, and but now it's like I have the knowledge too, which makes things easier because I know how to do it the quicker, most efficient way. And then if you can teach the next generation the quicker, most efficient way, and they don't have to they don't have to trial and error it, like man, you can have a good company pretty quick because you don't have to waste that time figuring it all out. And if you're a good enough leader where you can teach them without them being defensive and like putting them down and telling them that they're wrong, you can do it in a way with love instead of having, feeling less than, making them feel less than, or that they're not good enough. And then if they believe in you and trust you and you can inspire them, like then you're gonna have, you won't be able to fail. So you're the best of both worlds. Like you have the knowledge to give them, you know the best way, you have a good work ethic, you can inspire, and you can teach in the best, most efficient way, and build something real, and then give them ownership of it. Let them take pride in it. Let them own it. That's the biggest thing that I've noticed. Like, that's what happens. That's why you get such a turnover rate, man. It's because people just build resentment, and they're like, man, my boss sucks. My boss is going on vacation all the time, and I'm still struggling to get by. I'm still paycheck to paycheck. Like, and I get it. I get it. Um, those people earned it. I get it. But it's like for me, it's like that sucks. Like, that's kind of why I never really had long term helpers because I was like, dude, I can't. I'm just, I don't, then I know I got to take care of them no matter what. But that's just the type of human I am. Um, like, if I'm eating steak, dude, they're eating steak with me. Like, we're not separating classes here. Like, there's no separation of class. Because I need you too. And that means that I need to provide for you. I need to make sure you're doing good. So if that means that I need to not be in a brand new truck in $1 million house, so I can make sure that everyone has enough, and they're not struggling and their mind's not messed up, then that's what I'm going to do. And that's kind of a lot where the communities come in. Is I think the best thing to do is like to be building businesses like that, and then, but all you guys living close together and helping each other with your families and becoming like a bigger new family, a family you choose that has nothing to do with blood. Because for me, that's all I know, and I learned that who you choose, like is like that's cool because you're choosing each other. That's real. You're not forced to love someone, or listen to them yell at you, or take it, or be used by them. Like you're choosing to be with somebody. Like if they treat you that way, you're choosing it. But family, like they're always like, well, they're family. No, that doesn't justify anything, man. It doesn't justify you getting, you know, them talking bad to you or abusing you. No, that doesn't justify it. Just because they're your blood. No, that's stupid. because it hurts you, and then you get punished for it, for being a good person and not walking away because you think you owe them the world. Like I thought I owed everyone the world. Doesn't mean don't love them. It just means you don't have to sit there and get abused or feel less than because they're your family. You don't deserve to be talked down to because they're your mom or your dad. I mean, you love them, but you can love them from a distance. It's weird to me though, man. People think I owe them stuff. I don't owe you nothing. I'll give you what I got, but I don't owe it to you. And no one owes me anything. If they give me what they got, that's awesome. I love it. Thank you. Like I appreciate that. You give me your time. Like that's you don't owe me your time, but if you give it to me, thank you. I'm truly blessed. Like that's cool. And really, if you start to think about it like that, when your interactions become better, when someone walks out of their way to come say hi, like think it like they're giving you your time, like they're going out of their way to give you your time, like that's cool, man. You are important. You are something. You are being seen. You are worth something because someone is giving you their time. I need to get a little bit better at it, a lot better. I mean, really, the majority of my life I'm good with it, but there's one type of react like thing that I don't know. I always get like messed up in, and I don't know what to do. But I'll get better in time. But most all the other interactions are good. Um, I know what to do, but it just takes time, I guess. Practice. Man, my truck. I got all these pickled beets though. I bought 12 cans of pickled beets. I'm gonna have a party, a pickle beet party. A can a day will keep the doctor away. They say. Well, I say that. I don't know. Who knows? They're good though. They're good for your soul. They help, keep your inside clean. Kind of glad it stopped raining a little bit. But now that grass is growing like crazy. Have to go cut some grass this week. That'd be cool. I don't like it as much as I used to. But who knows? Maybe I'll love it this week, man. Actually, like springtime is cool for me. Like usually, I have, like I said, I'm really big into cycles, and like every year, it's like springtime comes, and it's just like, oh, it's awesome new. Because winter is usually slower months, and I'll do bigger jobs, and like I said, I'm really not a big fan of bigger jobs. They just take too long. Um, when you're doing it by yourself, I need to, like I said, I got to bring some people in, and if I continue to do it, but springtime for me is like it's just fresh, it's new, it's like a new year. Um, I rested over the winter, some physically. Now it really doesn't matter because my body is just so much different. Um, Now I can just blast stuff out like I don't get tired. I can just murder all the yards, like whatever. Be easy, easy money, easy money. Mm. Well, who knows? It's a new year. It's a new world. I think different world. So many people are waking up now. That's cool, man. Like I said, I met a group of people the other day, and that really helped me understand that like I'm not the only one on this journey right now. A lot of people on the exact same journey I'm on, all over the world. Um, just understanding that like it's more than this. It's more than this rat race we created or we accepted ultimately. It's so funny. I haven't watched any news, man. Like zero. I know nothing. I know nothing going on in the world. Dude, and it's so cool that way. Like I only know what's going on in my world, and that's enough. Um, but like I don't have that extra those extra thoughts in my brain clouding me. Like, is what they're saying right? Is this channel saying what right? Who knows? Is it somewhere in between? Who's lying? Who's not lying to me? I mean, that's what I would tell everybody, man. Just quit watching the news. I need to break that word down. I mean, there's CIA papers saying like that whatever. They can use any propaganda they want. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be real. So, I mean, protect your time. Protect your focus. Choose what you're putting into your brain. I've did it all. I did it all. I've seen so much. I've seen too much. But it's cool now, though. It's weird. Like I said, the only thing that matters is people, and all you really have is time. All you have is time. I don't know. I'm gonna may go take a nap. I'm tired. Super tired. I know I'll be 36 on the 27th. That's kind of weird. Because I don't feel like it. I literally feel like, in a lot of this journey, man. Like, when I started it, like I was kind of working. Like I thought about the affirmation stuff and like brainwashing yourself, and like I've just been saying that I'm 18. I'm 18. I'm 18. Um, and like, I asked somebody today, they're like, dude, I thought you look like you're 26, 27 maybe. Like, no, dude, I'm 35. I'm 35 years old. Um, and a lot of people say that about me, man. You look young, and I feel young now. I used to not. My hip used to hurt bad. I remember I went to chiropractor for a little bit, and it worked for a little bit. But then when I started this journey and focused on myself, like, and I'd be laying in bed and I would flex all night. I I would just flex, and like I'd flex the left side of my hip, and I'd flex it and not flex it all night, for long. For that, and I still do it now. but it doesn't hurt anymore. So I guess that flexing is building those muscles back and just repairing itself, healing me. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so weird. Like, I have so much information. Like, these talks is just not enough. And I'm not gonna sit down and write an outline. I'm just not gonna do it because that's not how I work. I'm so spontaneous in my brain. Um, if I was to try the other way, I would go blank, and it would suck. It's not me. And so I know that, and I know that like routine is good for me. I remember when I was 18, 19, 20, younger years. It was like more of a forced routine of work and school, and then I'd get up and go work out at like 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Keeping busy, 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 busy. So I gotta look at that because I think my routine in the future is gonna be weird. I'm gonna have a blanketed routine, but it's still gonna have to be kind of spontaneous. Um, maybe, or maybe some of it's spontaneous. Maybe I have a spontaneous time frame to do stuff in, and then I'll have like other routines that are more locked down. Maybe like gym time and whatever. Like I said, I would like to. Man, there's so much I want to do, and I don't know really which way I'm going until I create this new world, right? Because like I said, I would love a podcast, and I would love to start talking to people, long form discussions, because that's fire. If I could just sit across the table for 4 or 5 hours talking to somebody, like that's cool, man. And because I know nothing, like all these thoughts over the last week, like nothing. I don't know. These are just things that I assume that I think I know based on information that I've heard, and I'm just putting them together. That's why this is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know, but I would love to talk to marine biologists that's been in the field for 35 years, or a marine biologist that's 18 years old that loves freaking that's what he's going to school for, and he loves it, and that he's just as passionate as the dude who's been doing it for 35 years, and he's probably just as knowledgeable. Who knows? I just listen to different people's ideas, like in all of it. Like, and just listen to each person in their world. I would love for them to just, open that door and let me step into their world and them tell me about it. Like, that's fire. That's beautiful. Like, that's what it's about. And then I could get inspired and I could learn from them. Doesn't matter if they were 18 or if they were 60. Because it has nothing to do with age, man. It has zero to do with age. And 100% to do with experience. Because, I mean, you could get a kid who's, 18 years old and been working on a ranch farm his whole life. Like, and he can do everything. He can do solar panels, he can do fences, he can do, veterinary stuff. Like, and they could have way more knowledge than any of us. And never gone to school. And we got to be humble enough to like listen to that. And like little kids, man, like they know more about love than all of us. And they know more about being creative and forgiving than all of us, but yet we're not humble enough to listen to a little kid. We got to shoot them down. You're wrong. You can't be happy. You can't be playing out there in the yard. No. You can't get your shoes dirty. But the little kid's got it right, man. He's out there having fun, living his best life. And we gotta chain him up and lock him down and tell him he's wrong. That makes zero sense to me. Zero. And then that's another thing that's what's crazy is I think so I was thinking about like back in the old days, like you didn't have all this information, right? Like which is fine because I love information. So this is kind of double sided. But lately, since I'm not taking in a lot of visual information, this mostly is like visual information. Um, before TVs, like the only things you could see was the world around you, like the trees, the grass, the house. Um, like you didn't have, so you still had to have an imagination because you saw all this. And if one day live, like a week living in a new house, like now you know where everything is. Like you have the same visual cues and everything. Like you're already good. Like you're not bringing in new information anymore. Um, as far as like visual cues. But with the internet and TV now, it's all boom, like new pictures, new pictures, new pictures, new pictures. I think this is what like kind of like all dementia and stuff is. It's an overload of information. And then maybe as you get older, like you can only hold so much information. This could be stupid and dumb. This thought could be the dumbest thing I've ever thought of. But it ultimately makes sense to me now. Um, maybe we can only. It's like a hard drive. Um, a 500 gig hard drive only holds 500 gigs of information. And so over your whole lifetime, your body just stores up all these picture cues and information. And then closer to the end of your life, what happens is it starts dumping. It has to start dumping stuff. And it may not be able to, you know, maybe what it starts doing is dumping the latest information, right? And so that's why a lot of them go back in time, and they remember people in their childhood or an age like that. But all the latest information that they have, they start losing, and it could be because our memories are filled up, and we can't take on any more information. Like our brains work too hard, taking in visual cues and trying to decipher it and trying to categorize it, and then at some point it's just like I can't take any more. I can't hold on to it anymore because we just burnt the hard drive up and we're starting to dump. And so we just start dumping from the latest date, and then it's broken. Like so, you can't learn new, um, but you still have some memories, right? And it just starts burning those away, which is it kind of makes sense to me because that's ultimately what it's doing. It's erasing memories, the ones closest to your time, and then you're getting knocked back into an older time with other memories, older memories. So whether or not that's how it works, that's what it's doing. So there's like a correlation there that sparked in me right then. So how would we do that? I mean, I don't know how you fix that other than being able to catch it before it happens and dump the stuff that you need to dump. So maybe like this process that I'm going through is some of it, where I'm choosing to dump um, information that I had stored. Because I kind of want to do it. I'm trying to figure out how to pinpoint it, right? Like how to do it. Like, cause if you waste hours on Facebook, like you're scanning, new story, new picture, new story, new picture, new story, new picture, new story, new picture. And then each time you look at one of those, like you're creating something with it too. Like so, in your brain, your subconscious is creating the story with it and why it's like that way, and you're assuming stuff, and who knows? Like you're creating books for every picture. A picture says 1,000 words. So yeah, so every time you look at a picture of something, you're adding 1,000 words into your hard drive with that picture, and then maybe we can only hold 7 trillion words, and then when that happens, it just burns up and it starts deleting, which would make sense. But I don't know how you stop that. Once it starts, like it's too late. It's already messed up. The hard drive is done. burnt. The hard drive is burnt. Yeah, I don't know, man. I gotta get to some doctors or something. Talk to them and see what they think about that ideal. I don't know. I may know nothing. I'm just talking. But I think that's what we need, man. We just need minds to come together, and not no mind's better than another mind. They're all the same. They're all just based on your experience, and you're gonna have better knowledge in something, and someone's gonna have better knowledge in something else. And then we can fix problems together. That's the point. But like being real, and then being transparent about it. Not being in government hiding in high rises and making decisions for everybody without, talking to everybody about it. Maybe that's what it's going to be like. We're going to build communities, and each community is going to have, you know, um, so many scientists, and then we're going to raise kids, and like if they find if those kids are like efficient in that, maybe, and that's something they want to do, then they can go, we can cater to that, cater to them, and let those great minds form without all that extra crap that we went through, all that useless information. Um, in each community, and then we can bring all those people together at some point, and each year or something, and they can do stuff for that. And the same with farming, like we get all the greatest minds farmers together, and then we figure out the most efficient and healthiest way for the earth, and yet still meet our needs for food. And like if our bodies are healthier, and we get all the chemicals rushed out, then it would take less food to fuel us. Like if we're all the right weight, and we're all not gluttonous and eating because we're bored or trying to cover up something, um, which I did it. I love food. And then it would take less food for us to survive. And then, like we all know, like the healthier you are, and the healthier your gut is, like the more nutrition that comes from you get from the food instead of it being blocked or not being able to be absorbed. So it would take less food to live and less food to be healthy. And then the food will be better over time when the chemicals get out of it, and it goes through the whole natural process, the whole natural process. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking up. I got infinite hope for this. Like it looks fire to me. It looks cool. We're gonna all be creating together. We're all gonna. We're gonna sweat, and some people ain't. Some people ain't gonna be used to that. I'm used to it. Like it's easy for me, but I program myself so like I didn't have a choice. So like it doesn't bother me none. But like some people, yeah. But maybe there's jobs where you don't have to sweat as much. You gotta do another job. You go teach the kids, or you whatever. It'll be cool, man. I'm super excited. And it'll be nice to just see like people happy everywhere and not hiding, like not hiding their feelings, their true feelings. Not stressed out about this, that, or you know, that would be cool. That would be something to be proud of in the future. And even if it was only one community out of all of us, like what if I mean, it may have to start out that small, like one group of people. Or like, hey man, this sounds like a really good idea. Like, let's do it. Let's do it. And it will be difficult. It will be hard. But we will all have the same goal, like to survive, and to survive and thrive and eat and raise our kids together. Like that's it. Like it's very simple. We can meet each other's needs and don't worry what's going on with the rest of the world until we can take care of ourselves first. Truly take care of ourselves. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. You know, create. That'd be cool. You know, and none of us have like this lavish stuff either, so it's simple. Let's simplify everything, you know. And it may be weird for me, it different, different strokes for different folks, I guess. But you know, like I've watched TV shows where like there's like just a modest little house, couple bedrooms in it, like not big, like the dining room and kitchen, like that's it. Like we don't need 30 bedrooms and two people living in it. Oh, that may be the way it works out. We just buy big properties and have tons and tons and tons of rooms in it. We all live in the same house, and I don't know. There's multiple ways we could do it. Um, and then we just learn to conserve different things, energy and whatever. It'd be cool, man. It'd be like the Wild West. The only difference is like we're not worried about dying, like people killing us or stuff like that. We don't have to worry about fighting or stealing. Hopefully, we won't. It'd be cool. It'd be fun. I don't know. I think each individual family would need their privacy though. Ultimately, like that would need to happen too. Like so you could have your own time with your family too during the process instead of whatever. But who knows? The future is unknown, but it's looking good. It's looking good for me at least. Infinite hope. Maybe that should infinite hope. I don't know. I think I'm done for talking for now. I may talk a little bit later though. Maybe go paint, eat a can of beets, clean out my truck, get a little reset in, reset my mind. I don't know. Peace.